Hi everyone, it's Shelby. Welcome to the Queen's Cabinet. Okay, I'm going to do my meal plan video a little bit different this week. I'm going to combine it with a little bit of kitchen chat because I kind of want to get you guys up to speed what's been going on. First of all, did you all watch Game of Thrones last night? Oh my gosh, I did not see that coming at all. And I won't give it away, no spoilers, but yeah. And I got into Game of Thrones kind of late, like it was like the second season or the third season. I had to kind of play catch up. And I remember talking to Noreen from Noreen's Kitchen after watching part of the first season. And I said, I don't know if this is for me, Noreen. And she said, trust me, just get through the first season. The storyline picks up. Well, now we're into the last season. And last night's episode was epic. Oh my gosh, I stayed up late watching that. We taped it and then we waited for the kids to finish everything they were doing. It was like 11 o'clock at night watching Game of Thrones, but it was worth it. It was so good. All right, let's get into this meal plan. Monday, I fixed some Toscana soup and beer bread. Yes, beer bread. And the beer bread is a really easy recipe. I can't believe I haven't made it in so long. It doesn't have yeast or anything like that. It's just a real quick bread. It goes together really easy. You do have to bake it for an hour, but you know what? It makes the whole house smell good. And Monday was the perfect day for it because our house was just really hectic. We're at the end of the school year, so we have all these projects. The kids are studying for finals. We have my brother came. It was just like Monday was just like Grand Central Station around the house. I'm making some beer bread, and it's super easy. You just need 3 cups of all-purpose flour, teaspoon of salt, a tablespoon of baking powder, and 1/4 cup of sugar. To this, you add 12 ounces of beer. I'm using, Kenny doesn't know it, but this is his last of his Yinglings. Anyway, you add the beer, mix it all up. We'll get it in a loaf pan. I'm gonna get it into a loaf pan that I've sprayed with oil. We're going to put this into a 350-degree oven for 1 hour. It's that simple. It's been an hour, so I took the bread out. I'm going to let it cool on a cooling rack for a few minutes and then cut right into it. In my stock pot, I have some olive oil, a diced onion. I seasoned it with salt and pepper and some red pepper flakes. I'm adding a pound of Italian sausage. I'm going to start breaking it up. I'm going to add 2 cloves of garlic that I grated on the microplane. I'm adding 3 stalks of celery diced, 10 ounces of grated carrot, I'm adding a tablespoon of this chicken demi-glaze. I get it off of Amazon, and it's really great for making sauces or adding flavor, and it just looks like this. It's really concentrated. It'll dissolve when we add the chicken broth. I'm adding a heaping teaspoon of better than chicken bouillon. This is going to give some saltiness to the soup as well. I'm adding 4 cups of chicken broth. And 4 cups of water. We're going to bring this to a simmer. This soup has been simmering for about a half an hour. I'm going to add 2 cups of heavy cream. And then I have some spinach left over from this week, so I'm just going to add probably 5 or 6 ounces to the soup. It's all going to wilt down. We'll just bring it back to a simmer and then turn it off, and it'll be ready to serve. I like to serve it with some grated Parmesan cheese on top. I went ahead and garnished the soup with some Parmesan cheese and parsley, and that's what the beer bread looks like. Delish. Monday was a really hectic day. My brother came up and spent a few days with us because one of our sons was getting an award, and the soup was perfect because it was just hot on the stove, and as people trickled in, they just helped themselves and had some beer bread. So it was the perfect dinner. And it was a little chilly outside, so it was just hit the spot. Monday was another big day for us because we found out that we got a house that we put an offer in on. A few weeks ago, we went up to Cape Vincent, New York with Mark. You guys know Mark Crane and his wife Becky, and we spent the weekend. And they have a camp. That's what they told us, it was a camp. It's more like an estate on the St. Lawrence River. And Cape Vincent's history is kind of, I learned something. I have been going to Alex Bay, which is not too far from there, my whole life. But I learned something about Cape Vincent in Alexandria Bay. The Johnson & Johnson family settled there, and they had 3 different parcels, homes. They're all like right together. And they named Cape Vincent after a son, and they named Alexandria Bay after another son. And then the day that their daughter got married, they gave her a house right across the street from them, kind of like My Big Fat Greek Wedding. I love that movie. And also they gave her this second property that has 4 acres. There's a horse barn on it, with enough for 30 race horses or something crazy, and this big humongous house. Well, that's Becky and Mark's house. They bought it a few years ago, and all I want to do is sit on the front porch and watch the ships go by, because to the left is Lake Ontario, and then right in front is the St. Lawrence River. Across, you can see Canada. I just want to sit on the front porch and just do nothing. It's amazing. The house that was given to the daughter on her wedding day is next door to Mark and Becky's house, and it's across the street from the original Johnson & Johnson house. Anyway, Becky knows the owners. They're from Italy, and they used to come every year, a couple times a year. And the past few years, they haven't come, and the last time she spoke to them, she got the feeling that they were wanting to sell the house. So Becky's really smart, and she gave us a price that she thought they might take. And so we kind of put a lowball offer in on it, not really expecting to get it. We were ready to walk away if they didn't take it, kind of thing. And they took it. So we're in escrow right now, and we're going to be neighbors with Becky and Mark. It's kind of crazy. Ken is in his glory, and I know Mark is too, because the two of them are just going to have so much fun on the weekends. It's going to be crazy. But the good thing about Cape Vincent, the reason that Ken and I bought it, other than Mark and Becky and being able to go up there and spend some time vacationing with the kids, is it is the perfect investment property. They have a company up there that registers your home, and they rent it out by the week. Like the house on the other side of Mark and Becky, they rent their house for $500 a night. It's kind of crazy. Anyway, the house that we bought is perfect condition. It's 3 stories. I think it sleeps 14 the way it currently is. It's kind of crazy. But anyway, so Monday we found out that we got our offer accepted. So we were real excited. Here's what the house looks like. It is beautiful. Tuesday was also a hectic day around here. Our youngest son, I'm just going to brag. I'm going to hashtag bragging right now, okay, about my kids. Tuesday, he found out that he was selected to be an ambassador student for next school year. And I guess it's a big deal. They sent him to a week-long training session over the summer. It's a paid position for the school year. And he's just like the goodwill ambassador, I guess, for the school. Just to kind of help students acclimate to the school, new students, help old students with whatever. And I was really excited. I thought that was a huge compliment to his character. In addition, on Tuesday, he interviewed for tutoring administration and justice for the next school year, and he got that. And then in the evening, he was inducted into the Phi Theta, I don't know. It's all Greek to me. The Honor Society one. Anyway, he was inducted into the Honor Society fraternity, and our whole family went.
In my mind, and I do solemnly pledge allegiance to my fellow members, and promise to aid them in all worthy endeavors. Alright, it's our pleasure to welcome you to the Phi Theta Kappa Honor Society and the Lively Fellowship of Scholars of Force.
I had those Oriental chicken salads already stacked up in the fridge, and that's what we had for dinner. What a good call. And this is all meal prepped. Looks delicious. Now, normally my kids don't let me put any kind of videos in here about them. It's their choice. But I asked my son, I said, I'm a proud mama. Can I put your picture in here? And he said, yeah, that I could this time. So, rare treat for everybody. I was so proud of him that night. Mr. Stack asked him, he's the department chair, if Wyatt would consider speaking at graduation next year. Apparently they select like 4 or 5 candidates, and then as it gets closer, they have to deliver their speech before a panel, and then they select one of the kids to do the speech. So I thought it was just whether or not he, is the one that gives the speech at graduation. He's just such a good kid, and everybody loves him. He's got that personality. I'm just like such a proud mom. What can I say? I'm proud of all my boys, and I wish they would let me put them here on the channel so I could share them with you, but I have to respect their privacy. So anyway, I'm just really glad that you get to see a glimpse of our younger son. All right, Wednesday. I had done meal prep, the brown derby Cobb salad, had those stacked up in the fridge, and it was a good call because Wednesday, the house, my brother was leaving that day, and so I sent one with him along the way so he didn't have to cook dinner when he got home. Ken was out late with Mark. They went to Albany, I think it was, and they went to this company who buys all of these trucks and cars and stuff like that from different states, companies like the telephone company and that kind of stuff. Oh, but anyway, to make a long story short, Ken ended up purchasing this utility truck that was from a Pennsylvania phone company, and he got it at like pennies on the dollar. Like, I could not believe the bargain price that he got. It's low miles, it's perfect shape, leather interior, and it has the seating for 6 people. And then the back of it is a it has compartments on the side, and then you open up the back and these metal drawers roll out so you can have all your tools. So Ken thought it would be great to store all his tools there, and then when he's working on these investment properties, he could just drive the truck and have everything he needs right there. It was almost cheaper for him to buy the utility truck than to buy one of those big cobalt toolboxes. Anyway, so he's pretty happy with that. I guess he'll pick up the truck next week, and I can't wait to see it. I saw a picture of it, and it looks like it's going to be a good working truck, perfect for storing all his tools. He can take them wherever he goes, and it has a big V10 engine, so he could tow his trailer if he needed to. So it was a good deal for sure. Anyway, when he got home, it was late, and I just said, hey, Cobb salad. Yay to meal prepping. It's what got me through this week, let me tell you. I'm so glad we have the Cobb salads already prepped for dinner tonight. Thursday, I fixed some apricot chicken, and all I did is I took some chicken, sauteed it in some olive oil with a little salt and pepper, and then I added some shallots and garlic and a little bit of chicken bouillon, the Better Than Bouillon base. I added like a teaspoon of that and some heavy cream, and just let it sit with the chicken after I had put some color on the chicken. And then I just topped the chicken with a little bit of apricot jam, and then served it with couscous and some green beans. It was a quick dinner, and when that cream kind of reduced a little bit, it was just really super tasty. It was just kind of like chicken on the fly, but it was really good. For dinner tonight, I just sauteed some shallots in a little bit of oil, and then I cooked some chicken cutlets, salt and pepper, and then I added some of that compound garlic butter in here, and I topped them with a little bit of apricot jelly, and then I added some cream, and I'm just letting this simmer. I'm going to simmer this for probably 20-30 minutes, and then we'll serve dinner. I have some couscous that I cooked in chicken broth, and I added a tablespoon of that garlic compound butter. And I just have some veggies, carrots, and green beans that I cooked in some of that compound garlic butter. And that's what the dinner looks like plated up. Delish. Thursday was pretty quiet around here. Our oldest son, who's the engineer, he went to New York City to get certified by the, the EPA. There's some kind of certificate you need to do like renovations, and you have to take a class, an 8-hour class, and then you get the certificate. So he was in New York City for 2 days. So Thursday was just kind of pretty quiet. The kids were studying for finals. And, we kind of discovered a wonderful technique for cleaning grout. We had tried Kaboom before. There's different formulas of Kaboom. Well, the formula that we used this time, we just sprayed it on. You let it set for like 15-20 minutes. And then if you have a brush, you can just like lightly scrub it. And Ken ordered a brush on a pole, so you don't have to get on the floor to scrub it. And it's the easiest thing, and it cleans the grout so good. I'm in heaven, because I can't get up and down and do grout cleaning and scrub and scrub and scrub and scrub and scrub. This was like a miracle come true. So we cleaned all the grout. Ken and I are doing some spring cleaning, and we've been cleaning the grout here. Look at how dirty. I'm embarrassed. Look how dirty my grout is. But I wanted to show you guys what I've been doing. I've been using this Kaboom, and I just spray it on there. It's like foamy. This is the formula Kaboom that I use. I've used the other one. It doesn't work as good. This one seems to work the best. Just spray it on there and let it sit for about 15-20 minutes. We've just been using that stiff bristle brush. I think Ken got it at Bed Bath & Beyond. And it works so good. Just scrub them. and it just takes that dirt right out. This is some I've already cleaned, and this is how dirty it is. Friday, I made my mom's meatloaf with garlic, mashed potatoes, and green beans. And all I did is I took a head of garlic, I cut off the top, drizzled some olive oil, wrapped it, like double wrapped it in foil, and put it in a 350-degree oven for about 40 minutes. And it just roasted all of that garlic and made it very mellow. And then I just kind of just squirted it out, the cloves, into the mashed potato with some butter, salt and pepper, and heavy cream, and just mixed it all together. It was so delicious. Oh my goodness. It just made the garlic sweet and subtle. Like you could tell it was garlic, but it wasn't overpowering. It was so good. For dinner tonight, we're having my mom's mini meatloaf, some garlic, mashed potatoes, and green beans. I'll put the recipe link for the meatloaf. It's a great recipe. Wonderful, wonderful recipe. My mom used to make it every Thursday when we were growing up as kids. Anyway, that's what we're having for dinner. Saturday was just kind of a lazy day around the house. Just did a little housework and putzed around. It was also the anniversary of my mom's passing. It's been a year. And in the morning, I was just kind of reflecting on my mom and just how much I love her, and just different happy times and stuff like that. My mom loved Ireland. Her and my dad went several times, and it was kind of one of those things I wished I could have went with her. You know, I was thinking about that during the daytime. Ken and I are taking the kids to England, Ireland, and Scotland, and I'm not sure how much other parts of Europe we're going to. The kids are planning it for next summer. We've already bought passage there. We're going to take a ship, and I guess we'll just fly home. I haven't bought the tickets to fly home yet. But anyway, it was so weird because I was thinking about my mom, and I was thinking about her when she would take these trips to Ireland with my dad, and she'd come home, and it was just, she glowed, you know. It was just so beautiful. Well, Saturday morning, Ken and I went to the post office box, because we have the mailbox here at the house, and then we have the post office box, and it had been a little while since I had been there. Stephanie from Northern Ireland sent me this cookbook. And I have on my channel, you know, if you guys want to send me a card or a letter or something, I would love that, you know. And I've obviously went through it. I have all of these recipes I want to make, but it was just, I'm sharing it with you because it was like divine intervention. It was like, I've been thinking about my mom all morning and her trip to Ireland with my dad and just how much she loved it, and reflecting on, I'm going to take the kids there, and just that connection with her. And then I go to the post office, and out of the blue, Stephanie sent me this beautiful cookbook. It just was like divine intervention. And I'm just, thank you from the bottom of my heart. And like I said, it's just a beautiful cookbook, but the pictures of Ireland is just so beautiful. I just can't wait. I can't wait till next summer and I get to go see it. I've never been. Ken lived in Germany for 3 years, so he's traveled all over Europe quite a bit, and I just want to get to Ireland so bad. So it's just like, I just think that God's handprints are on this. He's all over this for sure. And there's so many recipes that just look so good in this cookbook that I can't wait to try. So I just want to say thank you to Stephanie for doing that. Normally I would discourage you guys from sending gifts, but this one was just like, the timing was amazing. So anyway, Saturday, we just were around the house doing little errands, and we had that strawberry spinach salad with the tequila lime chicken that was grilled with the poppyseed marinade. It's kind of like the Panera copycat. We had that for dinner. It was just so wonderful. The strawberry spinach salads are all prepped. Put the dressing in these little containers. And then Sunday was just a quick dinner. It was salmon. I made aioli. I just put mayo, some garlic, salt and pepper. I had those preserved lemon slices from Trader Joe's. I put like 3 or 4 of them in there, and I had a little bit of parsley I wanted to use up. I just blitzed it in the blender and used it as a base. I cooked the salmon, and we had some veg on the side. For dinner tonight, we're having salmon with the garlic lemon aioli, and it was real easy to make. We put about 3/4 of a cup of mayo in a blender with 2 or 3 pretty good size cloves of garlic, a handful of parsley, and then we added 3 of these lemon slices. They're preserved lemons. I get them at Trader Joe's. Salt and pepper, and just blitzed it up. So that's the sauce under the salmon. Asparagus. It looks so good. Dinner was super easy, and I just felt like I exhaled. Like I made it through this week, because I've been struggling with meal planning. As you guys know, the past few weeks we've been so busy, and doing that meal prep this week got me back on track. I feel like I made it through this week's meal plan without, any major glitzes. And then today's Monday. It's a new day. I'm starting fresh. I'm hitting that reset button. We did do a grocery haul. Most of it was produce, as you can tell. A little bit of meat, dairy, dried canned, bakery items. And I did get the kids a few treats since it was Easter. We just got back from Walmart. This is our grocery haul. I got a big bag of potatoes, the first corn of the season, baby spinach, avocados, romaine lettuce, celery, cherry tomatoes, snow peas and shredded carrots, red bell pepper, asparagus, green onions, red onion and shallots, cilantro, parsley, and red cabbage. For fruits, a big watermelon. It sounds good. I hope it's going to be good. First one of the season. Halos, pineapple, bananas, strawberries, lemons, and papayas, and also kiwis. As far as pantry items, some chicken stock, mayo, onion powder, poppy seeds. For dairy, we got a couple of gallons of milk, heavy whipping cream, blue cheese. I did get 5 dozen eggs, some chicken breasts. We stocked up on bacon, got a couple big packages, salmon, luncheon meat, and some sliced cheese. For the bakery section, a couple of French loaves, some brioche bread, and a couple of the King's Hawaiian. I want to make those sliders. Easter is Sunday, and I got a big bag of Easter candy, and then Ken likes these ones, so he got those. And then I did stock the kids up on cereal. I haven't done that in forever, so that'll be a big treat for them. I also got them another little treat. This is the equivalent of Girl Scout cookies. We got the fudge covered peanut butter cookies, and then the mint ones. And that was our Walmart grocery haul. Well, that was a little bit of kitchen chat, probably more than you wanted, and our meal plan for this past week. I hope you guys have a great week this week. I'm hitting the reset button. I'm getting back into my meal planning because I know it helps me get organized, and it just makes the house run so much smoother. So happy meal planning. Happy Monday. You guys have a great week. Knock it out of the park. And until the next video, talk to you guys later.